Hi friends, welcome back to the Soul Wealth series. I'm Enoughness, and today's episode is called The Cost of Hustle, When Earning Drains the Field. This is for anyone who's ever worked 3 jobs, skipped meals to make deadlines, or said yes to things they didn't want to do because they thought, I can't afford not to. This isn't a scolding, it's a reckoning, a gentle one, a necessary one. There's a myth that hustle builds wealth, but if you've ever hustled, truly hustled, you know what it really builds is exhaustion. Not just physical exhaustion, but field exhaustion. Your aura thins, your body starts shouting, your soul waits patiently at the door while you scramble inside your own life like a ghost. Let's name what hustle actually costs: your nervous system, your digestion, your voice, your mornings, your ability to be home when your child gets home from school, your presence at the dinner table, your pleasure, your partnership, your peace. And maybe the most heartbreaking part, hustle makes you absent from the very life you're trying to afford. Some people work 2, 3 jobs just to live in a house they're never in. Parents hustle to provide but end up being away from the children they're providing for. We've been conditioned to think this is noble, that sacrifice equals love. But sometimes sacrifice is just systemic sabotage wearing a gold sticker. Here's what your soul knows and what you may have started to feel. If you have to leave your body, leave your joy, or leave your values just to make it, you're not making anything. You're leaking. And the longer you leak, the harder it becomes to receive. Because the field, the true abundance field, is built on coherence, and hustle shatters coherence. So, what's the alternative? It's not passivity, it's not wishful thinking, it's soul tuned action. It's moving from a place of rootedness, not reaction. It's taking the next step, not because you're panicked, but because you're present enough to sense where the energy actually wants to go. You stop asking, what will pay the most? And you start asking, what can I do with my whole self intact? This isn't always glamorous. Sometimes soul-tuned action means saying no to the high-paying gig that would eat your week alive. Sometimes it means resting instead of emailing. Sometimes it means making far less for now, because you're building a field that won't collapse later. The cost of hustle is too high, and the return on panic is always negative. But presence multiplies. Every moment you choose coherence, you reinforce a life that will actually hold you. And that is wealth. That is soul economy. That is the you who comes home, not just the you who pays rent. Thanks for tuning in to episode 4 of the Soul Wealth series. If this one stirred something in you, let it. Let yourself grieve the cost. Let yourself imagine what earning could look like without self-erasure. If you missed the earlier episodes, I invite you to go back and listen. And keep an eye out for episode 5, The Inner Currency of Enoughness. Until then, trust that your coherence is not a luxury. It's your most valuable asset. And you're allowed to build a life where you don't disappear to survive. Until next time.